Okay, welcome in to the VARC Racing um, post-race review. We're going to go through and we're going to look at all the incidents because tonight's race was a complete shit show. And we're just going to look and see what happened. We're going to look and the goal is not really to assign blame for these incidents. It's just to look and see what happened, what people could have done different, and even the guys that were involved in the wreck afterwards, like, just kind of take a look and see, like, was there anything that guys could be looking to do different. Having a 175 lap race, and we had 90 plus laps of caution. It's not good. So, I think total the whole field had like 287 incidents if I did my math correctly, which is just an ungodly amount. The lowest we had was somebody with 2. I mean, somebody I think that had like 30 some. It's just really bad. So we're just gonna watch this replay at least as much as my computer saved, because it's an old piece of shit still. I haven't built my new system just yet. It's all sitting on the floor of my office here, waiting for me to have time to put it all together and transition over. So we'll just take a look, and I'm just gonna kind of live feed this. I did kind of a down and dirty quick one on my Twitch feed. This one we're going to try and spend a little bit more time, a little more in depth. So let's get started. Lap 1. So I'm just going to use the keyboard shortcuts to just jump ahead to what Iracing is deeming as major incidents. So this is lap 10. And
turn 2, turn 2.
Oh, jeez, we're going to turn that off. I don't want to hear that. So this is Kyle. He just overcooks the corner and turns it up into the wall. Holds the brake. So, not good that he wrecked, but, he did his job there. I mean, he hits the wall and immediately holds the brake. Nobody else is collected. Alright, lap 12. This is under caution. I don't know if that's a bad downshift or what, but no real harm. But so this is on the restart. Is this a restart? I guess we've been going for a lap or 2. So we're just coming up here. He's kind of seeing a hole, nothing. And this is Chandler in the 95, and he just drives it in too deep. No, I don't think the 17 got it, or the 11 got into anyone. He's braking for the corner. Sees the 00 cars kind of coming up, so he's just giving him room, and Chandler punts him in the back. And that sends the 11 down the track, but then on top of that, we've got Jeremiah in the 10. So he's kind of under him, off the corner, stays off of him. And then he's going to get into the 95. I mean, I don't know, there's a whole lot. I mean, maybe Jeremiah could be a little lower, kind of entering this corner. That way, if there is a stack up, he's not right on top of it, if he's just half a lane down. But, I mean, I know that's not the fast way, but, you're traffic here, and so he kind of collects it. And these guys behind, Matt does a good job there, getting woed up, found a way by. So from back here, everybody does a good job. They check up, they get going. Was that a caution? Yeah, I guess it was. Sorry, I'm gonna go back here. Did we run the first 10 laps screen? Yeah, we did. Okay, so Kaz was the first. Caution, I just want to make sure. Alright, skipping ahead. So lap 25 was... Patrick's up there getting loose, Oh. And then... So, Johnny is rolling the outside. I'm guessing Chandler got like loose or something here. And then he's definitely slow off the corner, but I don't know that he was something like egregiously slow. 54. Yeah, I mean he's slow, but I mean that's tough. Yeah, he's slow, but I don't think anything really came of that. It's just a little bit of short track banging. Alright, let's jump ahead. 59. Okay. So this is entering turn 3. We'll back it up half a lap, just kind of see what's going on here. And we'll go a whole lap. Alright, so Matt is underneath. He's getting by Blackstock. Okay. No harm, no foul so far. I mean, it's just bad. Like 15th. I mean, we're what 14th and 15th here. I mean, this is just poor on the 51. Like, alright. Like, I still don't even think he's there. I mean, the 59 is coming down. Sure. 59 is definitely coming down. He's kind of... And I mean, if I'm him, I feel safe because I've got, a whole dashed line between us. I don't know exactly what that measurement is, but I mean, it's definitely like a car length or two. So he's going to swing it out wide and kind of do the optimal entry, all right? Out wide and then kind of come down. And Matt's just driving it in there. And then makes contact. Like, if you want to dive it in there and roll underneath him, that's fine. But, like, tracks like this where there's a dash line, like, you know where you need to be. You need to be down here. Right? At least below this. Like, even if you don't want to put your left sides down here, your right side's got to be under here because that's where he's running. And the easiest thing here, right? You're coming in here. Oh, maybe you're like, wow, I'm definitely rolling in. Because you are. You're faster there. It's 8 miles an hour. But, like, all you got to do is you just got to turn left a little bit. You're not making the pass this lap. Like, you're just not. So your options are you either need to get on the brakes a little bit more and not touch him and run this line, or you just turn down half a lane. You turn down half a lane, there's no contact. right? Because it's not like he's pinching you here. He's in the middle of that lane. You get your right sides down here. There's no contact, and you set him up for the next lap. Like, this is it's just bad. It's just really bad. Lap 34 of 175 laps. I mean, it's just bad. Like, everybody here does a pretty good job missing this. Nate gets on the brakes. How about Jeremiah? Jeremiah gets slow. Everybody misses. I don't think there was anyone else that... They all see the smoke. They're checking up. Chandler probably could have checked up a little more. But everybody got through. Okay. That's just the finish of that. So everybody misses him. Alright. Lap 42. Okay. Let's look at this. The 8. Okay. Looks like there's a lot going on here. So let's break this down. Let's start with the 8. The 8. I think he hit the 59. He did. So the 8 gets into the 59. Now, all right. So a couple things. If I'm the 59, this is twice now that I've gotten kind of guys all over me on entry. So if I'm him, he's doing nothing wrong, right? He's car in front. There's no one under him. Like, he can kind of drive his lane. He might want to consider where his braking point is. Now, like, that's... I don't like to say that because, guys, if you're... I mean, it's everyone behind you's responsibility to miss you, right? But if I'm constantly... Like, this is 2 cautions in a row where, like, basically guys are getting huge runs on me and entering the corner. Maybe you need to drive a little bit different to avoid guys running all over you. Not put yourself in that position. So, you know, maybe he's braking a little later than maybe some other guys. Again, he's not doing anything wrong, but just from a strictly like, why is this happening to me, right? Why are guys like all over me? I'm not doing anything wrong. That's the easy way to look at it, and I'm just saying, oh, maybe you drive a half car length in deeper, and your braking points maybe match other people's. Not saying that is the case. I'm just saying it's something that I would consider if this was something he was experienced all race. Like, wow, guys are really getting in on me on turn 3. I think I have to go. Well, maybe I need to drive just a little bit deeper in, just so I'm not getting run over. But so Mike, he drives it in here, makes contact. So it's the combo of him on the brakes, making contact with the 59. These cars are not like real cars. You know, they're internet cars. And so he spins. And then, ugh. So he's spinning, right? And he's trying to power out of the slide. And then he, you know, kind of clips this and he comes back up. Sometimes, and this is where you have to know your equipment and you know what you're capable of doing. Like, sometimes you just gotta lock it down. Like, right here, I think I'm probably... You might just want to lock it down. Or really drive into the grass, if you can. Like, because when you come back up, like, you're doing nobody any favors, alright? You're gonna get wrecked. Other people behind you are gonna get wrecked because they don't know where you're going. Alright, let's jump back here. Alright, so we had Blackstock. He's spinning, he's checking up, and he gets fucking clobbered, of course. Okay. So the 11 is a couple car lengths back. Like, you gotta know, you gotta see what's going on. Alright? Guy's losing it. Like, Why are we not on the brakes? Like, get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. I mean, you've got no one behind you. I know he gets clobbered, but in this instance, no one is right behind you. You can add some brakes, or you can drive up the track, or you can do a million different things than what he did. Now, what's Nate doing? Guy spinning. Just, you gotta get on the brakes harder. Like, it's a short track. You're, like, you're rolling the corner like normal here. Now I understand there's no caution out, but you got a car spinning. And, like, it's just there. And after Anthony makes contact, he's like hitting the brakes because he's like, oh shit, I spun this guy. And then Nate's like, oh, he slowed up more. And it's easy to go, oh, he broke in front of me. But if you check up right here, all right, let's go to his cockpit. You see the guy loose. Like, right here. You gotta let off. You're not 79, 78. You're just rolling. Like, get on the brakes. Like, this is the frustrating shit. Like, this didn't need to. Alright, now he's got Evan on his ass, so maybe he doesn't want to brake hard, but like, at this point Evan went low. It's just poor. And Edwin, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Brake. We're still going 65. Like, the corner's 75. $70. Now he's starting to. No, there he sped up again. See that? He went from 64, 63. Oh, now he's back on the gas. 66. Brake. Get low. That's your move here. Brake and get low. Like, you just gotta brake and get low. Davis brakes low, then he speeds up to get by. Like, okay, trouble. I'm braking. I can maneuver, and now I can go. That's how you should do it. Largent back here. He's up. He gets to the high lane, and stops. And then who was the last one? Matt's diving in. Oh, guy gets loose. Again, there's no brake here. He's just off throttle. There's a little brake, but at that point it's too late. Like, right here, just, alright, brake. Use the 14 as your, and then if you brake here, you've got options. When you roll, his options close up. And it's easy to go, nothing I could do. I'm not trying to pick on Matt here, but nothing I could do. If you brake and hug, you've got the grass as an exit, or you could go high if, Mike spun down here, then you can go high or whatever. It's just, and that's where all these things where guys could do different things. We go from a single car spin to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 car wreck. Doesn't, starts with Mike. Lock it down or spin. Anthony, don't punt Blackstock when he actually checks up for a wreck. And Matt, like, brake here, not 2 seconds later. And brake here. You got no one behind you. You have no one behind you. Like, worst case, Mike gathers this up, these guys avoid everything, and you lose 2 spots. But instead, now you're in the wreck. And you lost 4 spots anyway. And you have damage. Alright. Under caution. Nothing to see here, Iracing. Alright. Lap 60. Oh my god. I was right behind this one. I saw this coming from a mile away. It's just... Alright, so Nate's here. Matt's kind of bombing it on the outside, but nothing. He's going to get the runoff. Chandler's up there. He's a little loose, but we're good. And then... This is just uncalled for. This is terrible. Like, I don't know if because he got loose off this corner a little bit, right? He kind of gets loose, catches it, if he's like just lost. But like, you would never, he wasn't going to make this corner if no one's here. Like, even if he's not here, he's going up here. Like, this is just bad. And like, I mean, Chandler's not expecting that. I mean, you're almost 2 dash lines behind. Like, it's just so. This is just so bad. So bad. Just terrible. Alright, so Matt was right behind him. He's like, oh shit. He tries to go high. He kind of gets through it. A little bounce off the wall won't kill you. Chandler. Brakes, okay. So he holds the brake. Anyone else in this? There's Derek's back here. I go low. Derek brakes and goes low. Anyone else good in this? Anthony. No, I think everybody else pretty much made it through this. Kyle, he brakes and just goes around the wreck. No. Okay. Chandler, like, make sure the track's clear. Even if you're single monitored, like, your look left, your F2 screen. I mean, that's one incident in the grass. Just... okay. Now, this is... Oh, this is... I was right behind this one, too. So this is a restart? Restart. So... I mean, Jesus God. So let's go back. So this is not... So Seth is 1 row back on the outside. First of all, let's talk about number 1. Why is there this big of a gap? I mean, even Matt and these guys, why is there such a big gap? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, guys, what the what are we doing? Okay, there's 1 car blinking up there. So, even still, he's supposed to be alongside me. Okay, so I understand more why Matt's back, because Jeremiah's blinking, right? So this makes more sense. Right? So Matt's kind of here, you start seeing Jeremiah blink. And he's like, ooh, I don't know. I better just stay back because I don't know exactly where he's at. So this I kind of understand. I kind of understand. Kind of understand that. But here we're just going green. And Davis has closed it up at that point. I mean, and it's just everybody. Mitchell, like, everybody's just lollygagging back here. Like, huge gaps. Like, they're like all trying to get runs on each other. And it's like, I don't know. So anyway, Seth, 64. I'm going 55, 55, 57. I mean, he's going 59, 64, 62. Like, these guys are getting these monster restarts. So he gets this monster restart. He's going 101 at the line. I'm in 93, 98, 96. I mean, now these guys had just pitted for tires, and I think the rest of us had stayed out because we got tires like caution or two before, right? So it's kind of mixed up. I think they have been up front, so they want to get back through. This is not the way to do it. So he jumps the start. He gets by me, dives to the inside of Davis into one, and then just runs over to 67. This is so bad. And it's so easy to go, oh, you know, that's my one mistake, or that's my one screw up of the race. We have a field of 24. Like, we can't afford for everybody to have one of these. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't want to pick on Seth and be like, you know, but this is bad. Like, this is bad. And I'm sure he'll probably get a penalty or something for this. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a league admin, so I don't know. But I mean, if back in the day when I ran a league, like this would be severely punished. Well, first of all, you can't have these big gaps, and if you do have this big a gap for whatever reason, something happens, like you can't take advantage of this. You know, it's one thing. It's like, oh shit, whatever reason he was sleeping, like something happened. He's back. It's fine to get by me. Okay, no harm. But as soon as you start diving under, like, just ride the outside. Like, why are we in such a hurry? It's lap 65. We're not even halfway. Dives it in. Like, you know you're on fresh tires, and you know all these guys stayed out, and they have been running, you know, outside the top 10. There's a cycle here. Like, understand your race condition. Like, you've got slower cars that are starting in front of you. You're on new tires. It doesn't mean just because you were up front in the top 5 and you pitted and guys stayed out doesn't mean it gives you license to drive like a dick. And that's what this is driving like a dick. Bombing it in and making contact. You can't make contact. I mean, you want to be a dick and you want to drive it in, fine, but don't make contact with somebody. I mean, that's off your front nose. That's something is 100%. This is 100% avoidable. And you cause a mess. Further back here, what do we got? So, I mean, I don't think anyone's expecting a wreck, but okay, so here's a wreck. Guy's spinning. Let's go to Mitchell. He got me. I'm gonna check up. He doesn't check up enough. 65. I've checked up to 62. It's not a huge difference. But again, these are internet cars, you know? 3-mile-an-hour difference in real life, I'd probably hang on to it. Right? But the way he hits me, you know, I mean, again, it's easy to say, oh, that was it, but like, you know, he had room to break. Burke's back here. Burke checks up, gets by just fine. You know, Mitchell, again, this is the aggressive mentality. Like, just, I don't know. By the way, looking at my car, I'm not sure that I really dig the white window net. Kind of wonder if maybe that should be blue. Alright, sidebar. Everybody else here, they see it, they all get high, little rubbing up there, no biggie. I think everybody else got by okay. Alright, moving on, lap 74. Oh my god. Okay, Jesus gosh. Okay. Is this a restart? We're a couple laps after a restart. Everybody's still jumbled up. 59. We'll just ride for a lap. So this is Travis. Oh, there his entry was pretty deep. So he's got Derek on his inside. He's racing Derek hard. I mean, this is just bad. 112, 103, 99. I mean, these guys are checking up for the corner. $105, $95, $95. He just bombed the corner. I mean, and again, we're back here at the end of the field. Like, there's no, these are the last 4 cars. It's bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. Oh, we're gonna check up in the wreck. Oh my god. Again. So we're coming to one to go. Big gap. Big gap. Travis, gap. Johnny. I mean, even this is that's pretty big gap. Davis, big gap. Like the whole field. Like this is a lot of gaps. Pace speed's 45. Like he's going 50. It's like this whole outside lane. I don't know what. Like again, why do we have these big gaps? Like, get it tightened up. This is what causes all these issues, right? He speeds up. He speeds up. Now he's going to speed up, but oh, now we're checking up. I got to brake hard. I'm going 42. He's still going 53. Now, he brakes from 50 to 44. This is just classic rubbernecking. He's still going 51. And there Anthony checks all the way to 32. Because he's at 35. Like, I mean, just look at all these guys braking. Oh. This is just bad. And then, of course, oh, Nate was able to check up enough. And there's no one behind Nate. Like, because I'm catching up. Oh, it's just bad. Alright, here we go. Alright, lap 81. We're like halfway. So, 14. Alright, first of all, the 14, I mean, alright, we'll go back a lap. Oh, so this is a restart. Even better. Even better. We're gonna be bombing it from 17th. Alright, well, I don't catch that on my replay, but like, you already see him. Alright, let's back up. This is a restart. He's already looking low into turn 1. Alright, it's gonna blink out, but like, look at him. Already looking low, like he's gonna bomb it in there. I don't know if he does, because we don't have video evidence. Alright. Oh. Can't really see. Okay. Oh, there we go. So he does drive it in there, apparently. And so he's got... You know, so he's up to the wheel. Okay. Drew's going to pull him on exit because he's not wrapping the corner. Okay. So at this point... Forward chase. Like, you're not there. You're not there, right? You're not there. Drew's kind of coming down. Okay. Drew's pretty low. Like, he knows you're going to try and dive it in there, so he's taking a defensive line in. He's taking a low line in. I mean, this is bad on Norton. Now, if you're Drew, what could you do different? First of all, you could recognize you have Norton behind you, right? And Norton, this is how Norton drives. Drives like a dick. Like, he is a guy who's going to shove it in a corner. He's going to shove it in a tiny hole. So, if I'm Drew, knowing this, my two options entering this corner, right? I'm either a half lane lower. I'm putting my wheels down low to let him know that I'm blocking, or I resign myself to the fact that I know Norton's going to bomb it in there, and I'm going to run the high lane and try and beat him off the corner, right? Like, those are your options. So he kind of like half does it, right? He enters low, and like, this isn't a real lane down here. Like, it's just not. Like, you kind of come out, and the apex is a little later. Like, you can run down here, you can, but your apex is gonna be so shitty that you're gonna lose it off the corner. And maybe Norton's on new tires, and he's like, I can make this work, but then he hits the curb. Now, I don't know if there was some net code here. It's possible net code. But this is a restart, and I'm sorry, Norton. Like, this, you're not there. This is not an invitation to pass. You know, I mean, if you're down here, I don't, like, you can see his back bumper. You're not alongside him. You're not there. Like, you're just not. You're still not. Now you sort of are. And again, alright, Drew, he bombed it in. Like, you want to avoid this incident, you're up half a lane. Or, like I said, you want to avoid this incident, you're either down half a lane or you're up half a lane. But this, know who's behind you. He is going to shove it in that corner. Like, you've run in this league long enough, both of you. You guys know how each other race. You know he's going to shove it in there. So either be half a lane up or be a half lane lower and block it. But in general, just as a general, like, Derek, this this isn't a hole. I understand that like you're aggressive and you're gonna take your advantage of shit, but like, dude, we're still 90 laps to go in this race. Like, if you're that much better, one lap later is not gonna make a difference. And then, like I said, I don't know. There might have been a little bit of netcode here on Derek's end, where it had the 92 a little lower, like pumped him. Maybe that's why, or maybe he just missed the corner and then hit. And then once he did, then that code of him coming off causes the incident. But it's the lap after a restart. Like, this is the shit that if everybody continues and blames the other guy and doesn't look at themselves at how can I do things different, like, we're gonna continue to have races like this, especially on short tracks. Like, this isn't you yet. Just ride one corner behind him. Like, just one corner. Set him up for the next lap. You don't have to take it right there. Like, that's frustrating. Like that. And like I said, it's so easy if you're either of these guys to go, oh, well, Derek shouldn't have dove in. Derek's thinking, well, 92 should have been up higher. How about both of you make smarter decisions so we don't have a caution? Because riding under caution sucks. Oh, let's see how people miss this. 67 again. Like, Mike, alright, there's a spin. Why? 76? I'm at 63. I'm closer to the wreck. How am I, like, he's at 62. Like, Mike, check the fuck up. See the spin. Right away. Check. And if you slow, maybe you still make contact with him. But at least you're giving yourself a better chance. Like, here, you just, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna hit Nate, right? Maybe a little net code, but it was still a hit. And then Drew does a good job of locking it up. I'll give him that. He did lock it up good. I mean, again, we're at the end of the field. Nobody behind you, Mike. Get on the brakes hard. Get on the brakes so much harder. Chandler, you could check up too. I mean, I know you missed it here, but like, '76, 62, 61. Give yourself a chance. Hey, Mike, if you check up back, I mean, let's go to your cockpit. Let's see what you're looking at. Oh, fuck. Cockpit. Alright. So maybe you don't see it. Maybe this post is blocking you a little bit. I don't know. But like here, you definitely see the smoke. You definitely see a car coming up. Brake, 81. Well, I'm 81, but I'm on the brakes. I'm at 50% brake here. Brake. A little too late. I mean, I don't know. Just, like I said, maybe this bar is obscuring him some. Maybe he doesn't see it right away. But like right here, like you see it and you're just not, you gotta be on the brakes harder. It's really as simple as that. Again, nobody behind you. You can be aggressive on the brakes because there's nobody behind you. Roll, and now we're braking because you're almost hitting him, right? roll, and now because you're about to hit him, you brake. Well, at that point, it's too late. You don't even know where this car's going. If you brake right here, brake, it might give you that half second, right? That half second, you're not right on him, right? You're maybe a little further back. It gives you that half car length to make a better decision, and it gives your car that much more maneuverability, so that when this clears, right? Maybe you've got enough maneuverability that you can kind of get up here on the wall, kind of wrap around the wreck that way, because there is a lane up there. So maybe you're a little slower, you can get up there. Okay, next one. Lap 87. Ugh. This is one I was involved in. Okay, let's go back. Let's take a look. What do we got here? Is this a restart? Of course it's a restart. Okay. So, Chandler. Okay. Okay. So, first glance, looks like it's all on the 11. See where Derek is? That's where you need to be. Now, he came from way up, but alright, let's look at the 00. 00's right in front of you. So, let's look at his line. He's got cars to the outside. Where's he? Down completely low, down completely low. Okay. So, he's quarter lane lower than you. Okay. Whatever. See how he's still below this dash line. Because he's got a car high. He's given room. This is good. Good. Mike Oppenheimer. Good job. Low. Everybody gets off the corner. The 11. Nope. You're trying to open this up. And you drive right on the side of the 95. Now, maybe he's thinking the 95 is going to run super high. But again, the corners are marked. Like, use these as reference. If you're in the low line, don't go above this dash line. If you're in the second line, don't go, third line up here. Like, there's freaking distinct lines. Use them. And if you get in the gas here and you feel yourself pushing up, let the fuck off. Let off. Don't just stay in it. I mean, God. This is just infuriating to watch. Alright, so he makes contact, and Chandler looks like he overcorrects into the wall. Okay, what else we got? Patrick's getting turned by the 92. I mean, alright, so if you're Drew, what do you do different here? Honestly, I don't know a whole lot that Drew can do different. I think initially I would have said, hey, why, give a little more room or anticipate it, but this is his cockpit view. You're not seeing that contact. You're seeing a guy run high and a guy, you're not. I mean, maybe there you can kind of see squarely. And it's hard because you're concentrating here. But I mean, maybe your eyes drift out there to keep an eye. And then, like right here, he's obviously checking up. But so does Drew. I mean, I think I can give Drew a pass here. I mean, because Pat's checking up. But it's like as soon as he does, like he's on it, and then he's off it pretty quick. I mean, maybe right there, you could say maybe Drew lets off a little sooner, but I don't think he realizes that a wreck's happening here as soon as Pat does. Because I think he's just blocked from seeing. Alright, so that's that. Who else was involved in this? Who else back here? Mike. Okay. Alright, so let's go back. Let's look at me. Oh. Let's look at me. So, well, as soon as I see him turn up, I'm already on the brake. Okay, good. Brake, 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 brake. And I basically guess wrong here. So my option, like, I'm right here. I don't know where he's going, right? I'm already on the brake. 77, 76. I mean, so 87 still back there, but we're checking up. And I went low. I mean, I'm almost slower than Nate. I mean, probably if I go high, I miss this, but I went low. Just miss him. I did miss him, but now I'm in a bad spot here. Into the grass. I mean, I'd say I think I committed too early. If I'm kind of looking at this, like, what could I have done different? I think I committed too early to going low. Like, my hands are kind of shading that way. I mean, that's tough, but it's the only thing. If I'd have held it up here for like that quarter extra second, maybe then I see he's coming down and I can steer up. And then once I'm here, I'm kind of committed into the grass, and I don't think this killed my car, if I remember correctly. I only had a little bit of damage, but not great. How did Nate get through this? Oh, he was already down. Ooh. Good job by Nate missing this and missing me coming across his nose. Alright, Kyle. The only thing I would say about Kyle, right here, you know there's a wreck, and you're still in the gas. I mean, as soon as you see that guy turn back up, I mean, it's not much, right? But it's a little bit, half, quarter second earlier off throttle on the brakes. Maybe gas, gas, gas. He's still in the gas, and this guy's already hit the wall and turned back in. So I mean, it's tough, right? It's tough, and he's following me, and then he's like, "Oh, Fellenbaum made a stupid decision." Up, I'll go high, and he makes some contact. So, I mean, the only thing, again, and it's tough jumping out of throttle like off the exit, but once you see this guy headed up, like right here, I'm letting off, and I'm probably already on the brakes because you have, you have Mike behind you, but not really. You let off right here. You see the guy turned up toward the wall right here. Let off. Let off. Let off. Let off. Nope. We're gonna go 1, 2 dashes before we're off. I mean, it's not much, but like, if you check up that little bit, maybe you're going 5, 10 miles an hour slower, and now right here, you've got the maneuverability to go, oh, Fallenbaum guessed wrong, he's an idiot, I'll go high. But because we're going 61, we make that turn and we don't quite clear him, right? We're just we're a little short. So that's something where, again, quarter second, we're a little slower. We have just enough time to get up and miss. All right, moving on. Jeez, we're only a lap 90. Nothing. Oh, let's not advance. Control F3. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is another stack up. Oh my god. I don't know that I can keep watching these. Okay, let's review. So we're doing single car now. Again, huge gap. Why? Huge, even bigger gap. Why? Still a pretty big gap. Oh, Drew's sort of on him. So we got all this, like, even Burke. I mean, he's the league admin. Gap. Pace speed's 45. We got 57. We got 60. 54. 51. 53. 47. Okay, so now we're at, like, pace speed. 41. 30. I mean, these guys are stacking up here. Jesus God. Guys, quit hitting the brakes. Alright. When you're pacing, okay, you want to be like 0.1 off the guy. Pace speed's 45. So even if he speeds up, right? Even if this guy speeds up and he's going whatever, right? Like, all right, he speeds up. You don't have to, like, accelerate here. Not that hard. You can just slowly do it, and you can be in the gas and just drag your brake. Like, you don't have to have these huge jumps in speed. And you know what, Trent? This starts with you. Alright, Trent, pace speed's 45. You're the leader. 45. No. We should not be going 41, and then you're speeding up. Like, you as the leader are killing the field when you do that. You went from 41 to 48. You're going to create gaps. Pace speed's 45. Like, you have the easiest job in the world. Hold 45. 45, maybe 44, maybe 46. Like, hold 45. Hold 45. And, like, okay, we're getting close. Maybe you increase to 48 because you want to kind of keep with the pace car, whatever, and then go. But, like, this kind of started back here with you because on the backstretch, right? The backstretch here, you're 45. Good. Now, personally, I'd be up a little closer to the pace car. That's just me, but whatever. Okay. You want to hang off the pace car? It's your prerogative. 45, 45. This can't happen. You can't be going 43, 42, 41. Now you got Largent, who's like, he's doing a good job here. All right, he's on you. He's trying to match your speed. Oh, you keep checking up. Now he had to hit the brakes a little bit but like right when you did that, right? Let's back up. Right here. Now he's checking to 39. He's checking to 40. He's checking to 38. He's checking to 40. Now we got Mitchell with a gap. Like, Mitchell, sorry, you can't have this. Too big of a gap. You're going 50. Matt's going 54, 56, 57, 58, 58. Like, and so what happens? You get, now Kite got out of line here because I think he realized, like, oh, this is turning into a clusterfuck here. We're checking hard. Burke's, there is no room for Kite here, so there would have been contact here. And so it just kind of escalated a little further back. Again, not huge. He's going 40. But in front of him, 34. 56 still back here. No wonder we made contact. 52 with Derek. Like, yeah, that's not going to end well. And then Anthony, like, and again, you need to see this checkups coming. Like, even like, you can, he's on the brakes way too late. Like, as soon as you see the O car, the double O, cut low, you gotta be checking up or something. Like, getting low. Even if you don't like hit the brakes, like peel out, turn your wheel. Nope. We'll just drive right in. Just really bad. Just bad pacing, and it started with a leader. Honestly, not holding pace speed. Like, hold pace speed. I know this is going a long time. I thought we was gonna bang through this in like 20 minutes. We're at like an hour already. And we're only at lap 106. Alright, Jeremiah. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Jeremiah. I'm gonna turn this on in case he. I think he might have said it. I thought he said it when. Alright, let's. So we're under green here, lap 105. I'm pretty sure he's gonna call out that he's gonna pit. So we'll follow here.
And pitting.
Alright, so he calls it. We're coming off turn 2.
Turn 4.
Alright, first of all, let's discuss why is Jeremiah even having to call out that he has to pit. Jeremiah, this is a terrible pit strategy that you're running out of fuel on lap 106, and we've had a million cautions. Like, how have you not rolled down pit road for at least gas only? Like, I'm sorry. Once my tank is like less than half full, and like, dude, bad pit strategy. This is a horrible pit strategy. All right, but you're Matt. Right, let's follow along with Matt. You are about a half straightaway behind, maybe a little less, but you're half straightaway behind roughly. Jeremiah is this car ahead of you, and he's
pitting.
pitting. He's pitting. What do you need to do? You know he's going to be on the low line. You need to run the high lane. Come on, man.
Turn 4.
Like, you got to run the high lane. Like, this is just terrible situational awareness. The guy directly in front of you has called out he is pitting. His call out is fine.
And pitting.
He says he's pitting. He calls out his car number. So you know, like, even if your notifications, maybe you have them off on your third monitor or whatever, like it's not somewhere like you can see. He clearly says 10 is pitting. You know the 10 cars in front of you. Like, this is just really bad. And this was one of the few times where we actually had like green run, I think. So lap 106. Yeah, so we've had all these cautions. Jeremiah. All right, let's go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, we had a caution on lap 89. How in the hell are you not pitting? 89, and you're pitting on lap 106. You only had 16 laps of fuel. Why are you not on pit road? Blows my mind, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, you could have avoided this incident by actually having competent race strategy and not running yourself. Like, why the hell would you not pit? I mean, I can understand. Maybe he. Alright, so you could only go, what, like 80 laps on fuel, so maybe he's thinking Maybe he's thinking, hey, there's not enough. Maybe if I pit at 95, I'm not in a fuel window. But dude, you can only go 10 more laps? Like, come on. And we had finally gotten a half decent green run of like 10 laps. And it ends because of this. Guys are they're finally spread out. Like, we can finally, like, race. He calls out the pit. And maybe Matt's thinking, oh, he's going to get to pit road before I catch him because I'm a quarter straight away behind him, right? But, like, okay, but about right here, like, you got to eat it, Matt, and you just have to go high. At this point, you know there's going to be contact. Or you should know there's going to be contact because you know this guy's pitting. And we're not at pit road yet. I mean, it's a hard pit road. Now, Jeremiah did get in shitty. I mean, I'm not going to... Like, Jeremiah, fucking up here, like, is where you should be getting him. And he broke way too early, but whatever. Like, I'm not sure guys don't practice green flag pit stops at North Wilkesboro because you're not, really expecting to make them. But, like, again, outside of Jeremiah, Jeremiah, have a better pit entry and have better pit strategy, and you're not in this position. But Matt, this guy's pitting. The second lane is not, like, appreciably slower here. Like, it's fine. Just roll the middle lane. Roll the middle lane. Don't roll the bottom.
Third for.
Just bad. Just bad. Just really, really bad. Alright, what else we have? Derek and Davis are...
Third for.
I mean, not a whole lot Derek's going to do right here because he's got 70 to the outside. He's on the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes.
Big wrecking forward, big wrecking forward, big wrecking forward.
Those guys all kind of missed it.
Big wrecking forward, big wrecking forward, big wrecking forward.
And this is where, I don't know. I guess he's slow. Alright, so we get going.
Front.
I think this is a restart. Okay. First of all, huge gaps again. Huge gaps. Then he finally realizes people are going. Second, third, fourth. You can't always trust the gear shifts, but it's kind of what it sounded like. He just spins the tires. Loses it. Jeremiah gets into him. What are these guys? Why are these guys? Oh. So Jeremiah is behind him. We're green, we're green. Jeremiah.
Front straight.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I would say to Jeremiah is why are you this low? But I mean, Mike's slow. But I mean, you could have just followed him high, right? You didn't have to dive down low and miss. Try and get a run on him, but I mean, that's on the 11. I mean, just self-spawn. It's bad. All right. Holds brake. Oh, is this the next restart? Are you fucking kidding me? It does the same thing again? No. Alright, so we've been green a couple laps, looks like. So we've been green a couple laps, looks like, and the same thing. We haven't learned our lesson. We're just gonna... Cool. Cool, that brings that... Actually... fuck it. I'm not going back to it. Oh my god. Oh, this was a big one. So this is the... Oh, there was even contact there. Who's this? Davis? So this is a restart. Again, huge gap. Huge gap. What? Like, why are we trying to get... We're all trying to time the restart. Just go when the guy in front of you goes. My God. I mean, again, this didn't result in anything. Right? This didn't result in anything. But it's just the whole, like, thing. So contact on a restart. Unnecessary. These guys are up here battling hard. Okay. So you're Largent. You're Largent. You come off this corner. You peek 3 wide. But you check it a little bit. Alright, that's not the smart move. You roll this corner. They make a little bit of contact. Down here. I don't really know what Burke's doing. Gonna be real honest. I mean, Derek's aside of you this whole straightaway. Now Derek's gonna dive low, and he does push up. But Burke, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why? Why are you coming that low? Like, he's there. And know the guy, right? Like, you know Derek's gonna be aggressive. So why are we coming down this low? Now, will Derek make this corner? I don't know. Super aggressive. But again, there's marking in these corners. It's so fucking easy. 1 lane, 2 lane, 3 lane, 4. Like, it's spelled out to you, and you're 2/3 of a car under this dash line. Like, now, did this kill you? No. This is just a little body contact, whatever. Short track racing, but I'm pretty sure Largent here. He checks up a little bit because he sees a little bit of contact. And Travis is on his lid. Now for Travis. I mean, you see the contact too. Now, maybe you see the contact there. You can't hit the guy in front of you. I don't care if he checks up a little bit. Right? Okay, so he went from 7. I mean, this is tricky to tell exactly what he checked up, right? Because it's the corner anyway. So let's say, I mean, Jesus God, he barely checked up. If I listen to this, I don't even know that it's checking up as much as it is just delaying getting in the gas. He's just rolling the corner. And at some point, this whole race has been a shit show. It's lap 130 of 175. There's still 45 laps to go. Like, can you give the guy a little bit of room? This is really frustrating. It's just so fucking frustrating. Now, okay, wreck's happening. Seth gets wrong. I mean, I think he was going high, not expecting the 59 to snap back up. Trent, he does a good job. He gets low, just misses this. Oh, this is me getting clobbered. Yeah. What could I have done different? I don't know. Actually hit the brakes. Alright. So we're going. I'm entering the corner. Yeah. I have to be more aggressive braking here. Like, alright? We know shit's happening here. But I'm rolling the corner. I gotta be on the brakes. Be on the brakes. Hard right now. Nope, don't be off them. Because you see this guy spinning, you see guys turning back up. You know, there I see him turning back up, and what am I doing? I'm still rolling for that. Like, get on the brakes, Jason. Get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. Now, I think at the time I was just thinking, hey, let's roll under them. Like, get by them. But here comes the one car. And I'm still not on the brakes. I'm like trying to like drive through. But even here, like, when I see this one car, my options are get on the gas or hit the brakes. And what did I choose to do? Fucking neither. I just am rolling the corner. Just bad. Even still here, I'm still not on the brakes. Hit the gas. Get in the grass. I don't know. Not my finest moment. Pretty poor actually. Johnny Parm. He saw it. He hit the brakes, and then it opened up for him. I don't think a whole lot of other guys got anything in this. Kyle, he checks up, checks. Okay, he checks up and stops. Who else we have back here? Oh, we got. Oh, we got Matt spinning people. Okay. Like, there's a wreck up here. 74, 73, 72. Matt's kind of doing the same thing. He's just rolling. Just rolling. Just rolling. Oh, there we make some contact. Now we'll get on the brakes. You tell I've been drinking whiskey. Now, in Matt's defense, it's hard to see, right? You got this big old bar blocking you. But, right there, like, I mean, you see a car flipped up. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes, right here. Hit the brakes. Oh shit, car's upside down. Let me hit the brakes. You got no one behind you? No one behind you, Matt. Hit the brakes. Alright, what'd Jeremiah do? Brakes, brakes. Up, 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 up. Just slight contact. He kind of a little over aggressive, getting on the brakes and got his car out of shape. Okay. Moving on.
Farm? What?
I don't know what happened there, if anything. What is this? He's just pitting. Okay. Okay. So this was the one Mike was pissed about. Mike makes contact with the 91. He's rolling the corner, and he gets into the 91. And when he does, he checks up from 78 to 73. 72. And Chandler Chandler, I know he hit the guy in front of him, but you also hit him. Okay, I'm rolling. Oh. I mean, that's tough. I mean, I get it. It's tough. Mike, you made contact with the guy in front of you. You made contact with the guy in front of you, which caused you to check up. And now we're in a chain reaction. 78, 73. Johnny 78. But like, again, we're looking at this review, and like, I'm sorry to say it, Chandler, but like, you know, this is like, I mean, I haven't kept track, but it feels like this is probably at least the third caution you've been involved in. And again, like, you have a right foot or a left foot or whatever you use to brake with. Like, guy checks up, you got to check up. Like, again, Mike screwed up and he made contact with the 91, but it doesn't, like, you can check up. Like, both of you guys not checking up for the car in front of you doesn't help anyone. It just results in a wreck. I mean, it's just frustrating to watch because, like, I don't think we've seen an incident yet that I can go, oh, that was avoidable. Like, everybody could avoid this. Kyle goes high, he misses. Oh, and then he gets... Matt, this is a beautiful car, but I hate that I'm constantly seeing it. Alright, Matt, you are way back in this. 8 spinning low, you go high. Again, no harm, no foul, but I just kind of wonder why. I mean, you know, he's speeding to get by the wreck, I guess. But like, you know, imagine you know, I could have easily spun the 7 out too. Like I get you sped to get up, but like, what if you broke? You know, what if you got on the brakes just a little bit? 67, same thing. Get on the brakes. I know nobody's expecting the car necessarily to jump up off the wall, but like again, no one's really behind you. Get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. Well, Anthony got on the brakes. Was able to miss it. Largent missed it. I think I missed it. Did I miss it? I see it. Brake, 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 brake. Oh yeah. Yeah, we see it. We get by. 67, hitch brakes. Oh, nothing. Chandler clips grass. Spins out. I don't think this brought a caution out. I think this was just a self-spin. Oh gosh, what is this? Alright, so we're racing for second. We got Pat and we got Derek. Derek gets a... well... same... this is the exact same thing he did earlier. Right? He gets a run here, but it's not sustained. You are not alongside. You are not alongside Derek. And you're going to pack it in again. And what happens again? You clip the grass, or this curbing, or whatever the hell it is. Again, and yes, he's low, but you're not alongside of him when he's making his corner. And so you don't hold your tight line. Like, and again, this is the same thing as it was with Drew earlier. Right? this guy's going to say, well, why is he diving it in? He's bombing it in, and he's washing up. And this, Derek's going to be like, well, this guy's down low in my lane. Derek, you hit the grass. Derek, like, this is on you. He gave you a lane. I mean, you might not have liked it, but he gave you a lane. But again, same thing I said with him before. Know who you're racing, Patrick. Derek's going to bomb this shit in. So either give him the lane, right? Give him the lane, wrap the top, and beat him off the corner, because he's not going to pass you. He's not going to pass you with this entry. It's just not the correct corner entry. He might wrap the bottom, but no way he's going to get an exit. Roll the second lane, beat him off. Or pull half lane lower and show him that you're not letting him on the inside.
Turn 4.
Instead, we get this. Doesn't really hurt him. Pat doesn't really hurt him. Everybody gets by. Just stupid racing.
Hold
on. We got back here. Anything? No? Okay. Lap 156. Mitchell just loses it. Ran out of talent.
Turn 2.
And then Kite.
Turn 2.
I mean, Mitchell's trying to save this the entire time. I mean, I guess you could argue, like, once you're here, hit the brakes. If you hit the brakes, Kite probably doesn't touch you. And then, oh, jeez, I don't know who hit him there. Was that the 91? Alright, you gotta spin, I mean, God, we're going 70 miles an hour. Brakes. Anywhere brakes, Johnny Parham. Anywhere you want to hit. I mean, it's been called out. Like, you just had a guy called out. Brakes. Anywhere. Not just. This is poor. I know he's a league admin. I'll probably get kicked out of VARC being too critical of everybody. But, like, just fucking brake. Brake, Johnny. You don't hit him. Everybody else brakes. So only two things. Mitchell don't self-spin, but I mean, once he did, lock your brakes down. Don't, at some point you got to give up that you're going to try and save it, and just lock your brakes down. And second, Johnny's got to check up more, and we don't have more incidental contact. I mean, luckily it just was limited to those two. Nobody else really got involved in it, but. And then Chandler, oh my God. Again, brakes. Chandler, look how fucking far back you are.
Turn 2.
He's gonna brake. I'm gonna brake. 10's gonna brake. 7's gonna brake. What are you doing? I'm just gonna keep. Oh, now I'll check up. What the jeez, you're 80, 75, 70, 72, 64. Like, dude, you weren't involved in anything, right? But check the fuck up. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright, I don't think this was a yellow, but this is more just stupidness. Alright, so Mitchell. Okay, he's gonna bump the 66. Doesn't let him collect it. Just, I'm gonna dive under there. Oh my God. Again, this is racing like a dick. Okay? Racing 100% like a dick. That's all it is. 66. He's saying, hey, I'm entering low. Okay. And you give him a little shot here. doesn't cause a wreck. But like, and I understand there's 12 laps to go, right? And you just fucked up and you spun and you're like, man, I fucked up. I spun. Like, I got to get as much as I can get back. But like, you can still have some courtesy to people. Like, all right, you just punted him. Like, you didn't wreck him, but you punted him. So he's naturally gonna wash up a little bit. Like, I don't, man. Like, I don't know if I punt a guy going into the corner. Like, give the man the corner to regather it and then attack him again, right? But instead, you're gonna like dive in here, and he's like, dude, what the fuck? You just punted me. So he's running you tight, which honestly I probably would do. I'm gonna run you tight. I mean, he's running you tight. There's a lane. Your lane. You know. I mean, you might want to argue that. Oh no, that's the natural exit of the corner. Yeah, but you punted him entering the corner. Like, I understand why he's running you tight here, and then you just go, oh, fuck it anyway. I'm going to body slam you. Not once, but twice. I mean, obviously you're trying to catch it from the first one, but I mean, Burke. I mean, again, know who you're racing. You're racing a guy that races like a dick. He already punted you into the corner. He obviously has zero patience for you. Like, this is just one of those, like, how much of a pissing match do I want to get into for 17th spot? I don't know. But, like, I mean, Mitchell, if you had not punted him entering this corner, I'll say this. If you had not punted him, first of all, he would not have moved up half a lane, right? He'd have wrapped the bottom like you. But you punted him, okay? Punted him. And then you're going to stuff it in here. So you move him, and you're going to stuff it under him. Some people might go, oh, this is just short track racing. But again, it's internet racing. Like, it's not... This isn't short track racing in, like, the real world. Like, you can't rub like this. Like, these 87 cars are the best at rubbing, you know, compared to some of the other cars on the service. But, like, just... You punted him entering the corner. Give him the corner to collect himself, and then go back at it. I understand there's only 10 laps to go or whatever, but like, this is the shit that this whole field's been doing all night, and why we had, 40 million cautions and ran under caution for over half the race. Again, now luckily it didn't cause anything in the sense, but I don't know. It's just that shit. Alright, well, we got Chandler. Oh, Chandler's not had enough, so he's been involved in like 47 incidents tonight. Here he's racing and loses the back end and catches some wall glitch. Nice job, Iracing. Like, why this flipped him the way it did, I have no idea. But that's the Iracing way. And Burke is like, oh, he's spun to the... Oh, no, he's not. I mean, again, Burke, the only thing I'd suggest is when you see a guy going down here, maybe actually get up against the wall. I don't think it really caused any damage to you. It's kind of one of those weird things, but... Oh, 67, guy spinning. Barely miss him. Jesus. And then Matt, like... Guy is spinning, guy is bouncing off the wall. Like, there's no one behind you, man. Like, what would hurt you to brake? Like, seriously, Matt, what would it hurt? Like, okay, right here, like, why are you not already on the brakes? You hit him going friggin' 74. Like, alright, let's go to Matt's in-car. Alright, we're coming up off the corner. Up. right here, I'm on the brakes. I'm hard on the brakes. I got no one behind me. Matt's 104. Oh, we're still getting speed up. Now we're off the gas. Now we're starting to brake. Come on, Matt. It's half straightaway. Half straightaway, you were in the gas, or at least not on the brake. It's just... I feel like a broken record. Alright, Davis. Oh, this is where I get killed.
God damn it, Edwin.
Yeah, that you know what? I don't disagree. I don't disagree, Davis. We're gonna turn that off though. So Edwin's behind. Edwin's car never loads for me. I don't understand why. So he gets into the 70 a little bit and then finishes him off. Edwin, if you're gonna hit somebody, it's fine. It's short track, right? You know, you might get a little bump here, but like again, breathe off the throttle. Here you get in the gas sooner than him. You bump him just a little bit, then you're still in the gas. Like. Okay, you gas it up. You catch him a little bit. It's just, again, you're the car behind. It's your job to pass this guy cleanly. Davis is doing nothing wrong. He's got a little diamond going. You just kill him. It's just poor. It's just super poor driving. Super poor racecraft. And then this is me. I mean, I'm full throttle here. This is poor on my behalf. It's just poor. Now, I know I was blinded by the smoke, but kind of looking back at this, I don't know why. I mean, alright. I was definitely blocked by this. I did not see the wreck. I did not see this wreck happening, right? I'm in a blind spot right here. Really unfortunate. So I'm driving off the corner like I normally do. But like right there, I mean, it's easy to go back. I mean, I obviously didn't really see it. But in hindsight, I could have seen it, right? Like right there, I can see, oh, car's going up against the wall. I can tell you I did not see it. I thought it was more concentrated down here. But I'm on the gas. But like, I can see smoke right here, right? Like right here, I can see smoke. I can see all these cars going to the inside. I need to be off the gas here. I need to be off the gas. I need to be able to. I should have picked up these contextual clues. Guys going low, smoke. I can see right there. Obviously, there's a wreck up here. Instead, I go full throttle. Past the first Union sign. Oh, just in the gas way too long. And now here, this is where, so I let off here. Everybody's going low. The smoke is, I can't see Davis. But, oh, there he is. But if I follow the cars in front of me, right, I'm not doing this and then killing him. And see all those pieces fly off? That was kind of cool. Look at that. A little something there. A little something there. Yeah, look at that right there. See that circle? That's kind of interesting. I never noticed that before. So really bad performance by me. Right there. I gotta miss that. Edwin. Or not Edwin. Who are you? Patrick. Kind of the same thing. Gas, gas, gas. And then, oh shit. And even Mitchell. Look how fast Mitchell was going. 84. Guy in front of him's going 68. So it's kind of the same thing. Both of these guys, I don't know that they necessarily saw the wreck. God, I've been drinking too much whiskey. Again, just on the gas. Like, where's the brakes? Patrick, again, I don't know that he knows the wrecks necessarily happened here. Although smoke. Oh no, we're same. He did the same thing I did. I mean, there's smoke, dude. Check up. I mean, it probably didn't help that he didn't see me checking up. He's probably like, oh, we're good. No, we're not. We're all wrecking like a bunch of fucking retards. Oh, I can't say retards. It's 2022. Like a bunch of people not using our brains. Please don't cancel me. I know better. Sometimes, though, I forget to know better. Everybody else looks like they do a okay job checking up. Alright, let's move this along. This review is going to take longer than a race. I'm talking way too much. Alright, moving on. We got Davis. Jeremiah Davis, that is. And he just loses it and spins to the inside. Do better, Jeremiah. Alright, here's Trent. Was that the caution flag or the checkered flag? Can't tell. White flag. He hit. Oh, I think these guys are coming to the checkered. Alright, cool. So that was it. Merciful. Oh, yeah. Anthony wanted to make sure he finished destroying his car after the race. Oh gosh, what are these guys doing? After the. Oh, this is just after the race, so. Okay. So that's the end of the. Right, that's the end. So, like I said, like the majority of that stuff was avoidable. Um, guys taking a little bit, or giving more, not necessarily taking, but like, we talk about give and take, but if more guys give, maybe a little less take, not diving it into the corners, or realizing that maybe a guy is diving into the corner and giving him that extra half a lane, just so that we can stay green racing and not have this. 19 cautions. I mean, that's terrible. It's terrible. We probably missed some things too in that review. I was just using the Iracing next incident. But obviously, we probably missed a whole bunch. I mean, so the winner had 6 incident points: 4, 17, 8, 5, 11. Trent had 2. That's a wall hit or lost control or something. 10, 10, 6, 8, 36. Anthony, 36 incident points. It's terrible. 17, 11, 20, 9, 20, 16 for me. It's terrible. 26, 16, 12. It's just a lot of incident points. And the race took way too long. I mean, 175 laps and a 30-second average. So 175 in half. I can't even do that math right now. Hour and 20 minutes or so. It's just bad. It's really bad, and we can all do better, myself included. But you also have to be willing to look at how you race, and look at the incidents you're involved in, and not just say, "Oh, the other guy screwed up." I mean, yeah, of course the other guy screwed up, but like, what could you have done to help avoid making that a caution, or what could you have done to avoid piling into a wreck? Like, most times there are things that you can do to avoid it. Now, again, it's a lot easier to go back and nitpick something after the fact, right? Monday morning quarterback it. But if you are willing to do self-study on the way that you race and drive, and start putting those thoughts in your mind, like, oh, well, I could give a half a lane and give that position up and we stay green. I could brake a little earlier for an incident and it gives me more maneuverability or whatever. I mean, there are going to be times, yes, like, you know, there's nothing you could have done. But I think when you go back and you look at incidents and you really kind of analyze it on, hey, what could this person have done different, like to avoid the incident, or what could I have done to avoid this incident? 90% of the time, you're gonna find that there was something you could have done different to avoid it. And if you start doing that self-study, um, and looking at everything and going, okay, I could have broke earlier. I could have recognized, everyone's going low. Maybe I should have gone low too. They're obviously going low for a reason. Um, this guy behind me is super aggressive, and he's been running up front all night, but now he's in the back of the pack, so he probably has new tires or a different pit strategy. Like, can I give him a half a lane, or maybe just let him go and maybe learn something from him? Like, those are all the things we can do, and if everybody works and kind of does that self-analyzing of themselves after the race, like I always go back and look if I'm involved in a wreck or an incident. I always go back and I look and go like, what can I do? What could I have done to avoid it? Right? Not even if that I was necessarily at fault, but I was involved. So what could I have done different to not be involved? And I think if more people did that, um, and maybe we're willing to give just a little bit more on the racetrack, we don't have a race with 19 cautions and 96 caution laps. Riding around over half the race under caution sucks. It's really boring. A lot of us do this online racing as an outlet, um, to have fun. Um, and when you're in a race like that, it's not fun, and you kind of question why you're doing it, and that's never good. And I think it's easy to say, well, hey, we just shouldn't run short tracks, but if we don't run short tracks, then we're running the same, you know, 10 to 15 larger scale tracks, and if you're running the same tracks all the time, that gets boring too. And one of the things that I always like about VARC is that VARC is willing to try different tracks. We did Eldora earlier this year, and it was kind of a shit show too. But we go to Brands Hatch Indy for a road course. I mean, it's not something that we normally take NASCAR style cars to. It's different. Um, I appreciate that we're trying to run different tracks. I like that we try and take these 87 cars to some of these smaller tracks, and I think if we were all a little bit more giving and respectful of our other, our other competitors, the other members of the league, we could race tracks like that and have a good time. But 19 cautions is not a good time. But I don't think the solution is, well, we should just run a mile and a half or a 2 mile track. Like, even doing that's going to get boring too. I mean, these are nice change of pace tracks, give us a little something different, but we have to be willing to drive a little different, um, kind of for the betterment of the race. Um, when we get so selfish that we're always in the gas or we're trying to always take, um, we're going to have races like this. So, I encourage you don't necessarily have to go back and look at every incident in the race and, break down what everybody's done wrong, but you certainly, if you're involved in an incident, I think it's worthwhile to go back and break down, what what you were involved in, and what you could have done different. Um, Even if you weren't, quote unquote, at fault, what could you have done different that would have avoided the incident altogether? And really, that's kind of the whole point that I'm trying to get across is if we're all willing to be kind of self-critical, and really Monday morning quarterback our own driving and our own wreck avoidance, I think we can find and learn things that will make us better racers going forward. Hopefully I didn't piss off too many people, but if I did, fuck it. Get better. What's that better racing?